What's going on? This is Jared with Sacred Boxing. We are live. I'm here with the homeboy G, and this is Crawford Canelo Eve. Right, so we making our last appearance probably before this fight happens. Like this fight is like no other because it snuck up on us quicker than I remember in July when it was talked about being in September. It's like September seems so far away.
Yeah.
But it is it was not. So
we're here.
Yeah, we are here.
Anticipation for this fight.
A lot of anticipation.
I'm noticing it's not a lot of. I mean, now on the mainstream ESPN they're pushing it hard, but I go on my Facebook feed, nobody's really said anything. A lot of people don't know stuff. Don't know nothing about boxing, man.
Right. For sure. I'm so tempted every time I go out in public. Every time I see a guy, Canelo or Crawford.
Canelo or
Crawford. Others don't know. I think I did it once. Maybe two. Yeah, I guess a guy that I didn't know, and I said Canelo Crawford, and he gave me that glassy eye, like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm sitting here, and like I said, I'm gonna give a prediction, but again, I can't figure out how Crawford's gonna win in my mind, man. I'm trying to paint every scenario. Now I do think the safe bet, I think it's gonna go 12. I think nobody gets stopped.
Yep.
I think both guys. Well, we know Canelo got a good beard. I think Crawford's gonna be able to take those shots, like we said, just not all night. Take one here or there. I think he'll be able to take them. But I think a safe bet will be a 12-round fight.
Yeah. I mean, because that will give us the show that everybody wants.
Yeah.
I don't think we really want it to go less than 12 rounds, but unless it is a spectacular knockout of the year competition. And I had a homeboy that I went live with, and he talked about the punch output of Canelo. In his last fight, Canelo threw 152 punches.
Hey, that guy was on a bicycle.
Yeah, he was. That affects it. Skull threw 293 punches. And that brings to mind, let me check what Crawford's output was in his last fight, or maybe the last fight's not fair for either of them, but maybe it's an average of their career. What do they average? Maybe that's more fair. But I like the statistics of it. So last fight, CompuBox stats. It's Crawford. Crawford threw 433
against Spence.
No, against
Madrimov.
Yeah, Madrimov. Yep, Madrimov to 275. So that's something to think about.
I heard Crawford say something this week. He was like, I don't got to knock him out. He said, I just got to beat him.
Yep.
He said, I don't have to knock him out. I just got to beat him. And a lot of people don't really understand boxing scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Haney fought Loma. So Haney probably wins the first 6 rounds. So a big round doesn't overshadow a small 10-9 round. So just because a fighter looks good in one round, if he doesn't knock him down, it's still 10-9. You don't get any extra points for just touching somebody up more in the round than you would have just won. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
It goes round by round.
Right.
It goes round by round.
Break by break.
I can see it starting slow. I can see I don't think Crawford gets the respect for his IQ.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just underrated totally. And he really has a chance to show the world tomorrow. I think it starts slow. I think it's cerebral when it starts.
Yeah.
I think it starts real slow. Like first 3 rounds, they're just really filling each other out.
Yeah. He started pretty slow with Spence, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, Spence won that first round, I thought. I think Spence kind of won it on the back foot, and then Spence started coming forward. Right into what Terrence Crawford does. You know, he started coming forward and start throwing that left hand, and he was just leaving himself wide open for counter shots.
Right. Yeah.
Now Canelo's a very good counter puncher too. So is Bud. So who's gonna lead the dance? You know, you got two counter punchers can get boring.
Yeah.
But I think these guys know know how important this event is, and I think we're gonna get a good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one of them fights where it's give and take. We get the excitement. We get the true boxing fans. We get the game plan. Because I'm looking. I don't know, but Canelo really has one thing. You know, he kind of walks you down, but he's not great at cutting off the ring. That's one thing I know is about Canelo. You can kind of move on him. You can move on him. I mean, you can give him angles and make it difficult for him. I remember Danny Jacobs did that.
Yeah.
And kind of hung around in the fight, and they made it a good fight with Canelo. But it's a super fight. I mean, it's the best and the best.
Yeah.
We don't really get these a lot.
I going back to what you said, Crawford mentioned in the press conference that you liked what he said.
Yeah.
There was only one statement that I didn't like what he said, where the guy asked the question, when you interviewed with so-and-so, you said you thought you had like 70% chance. And how do you feel if that number changed? And Crawford said 1,000%. And then right after he said that, and that's like more positive thinking, but right after he said that, he said, really, win or lose either way, for me or for Canelo, we both participate in this fight, and it's going to be history, it's a legacy. And that just like knocked the energy down just a little bit from him. But I got what he was saying, and everybody understands that part. He just didn't have to say it. You know, he should he should stay formidable.
One question: when he said 70%, was the fight official?
Was it just I think so. It sounds. I didn't hear that part. I just heard the reporter saying that was said in the interview. So I don't know how far into the fight it was. There was also a comment that Bud made that I thought it was pretty good, and he's getting dragged on Instagram about it. But he was like, BTA. You heard that one? He was like, belt to ass. He said, but I'm the buckle. I was like, and there's a clip on Instagram. This guy's just like, no, I like Crawford and everything, but that was corny. Yeah. I was like, nah, man.
Well, we don't really see Crawford in these, these big fights that have these lead ups with 24/7 and all like the pre-fight shows. We really never see Crawford in that. Yeah. He was criminally under promoted with Top Rank.
Yeah, for sure.
They know that. Look, they could have did a lot better job. I'm glad I think I heard he's making he could make after pay-per-view. I mean, he could make they're saying he's getting up in there in the 30-40 million range for this fight, and he deserves it.
Oh,
but Crawford deserves that payday, man.
Yeah. What is Canelo getting?
100.
Ridiculous.
And I forgot this is it's not Cinco de Mayo, but it's the Mexican Independence Weekend.
Yeah.
Floyd used to. If you notice, Floyd would always fight in May and September. Like if you Floyd's done, but he was so ahead of his time, bro.
Yeah.
Not to bring Floyd in the game, but he would always fight in these dates. So, Canelo got a country behind him, man.
Yep. No, he does. There's a lot of Mexican people that don't like Canelo, but I wonder if that pushes them over to the Crawford side or
why wouldn't they like Canelo? That's crazy.
I don't know. It's almost like they think he's acting like he's too good or something like that. But I've always seen him, shout out Mexico. So
always. They probably, because Canelo made a lot of money. I mean, Canelo's been fighting big fights. I mean, I don't know if he's the greatest Mexican fighter, but he's definitely in the top 3.
Yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
would say top 5 at least. A lot of greats came out of Mexico.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Another thing I like that Crawford said was what did Crawford say? He talked about I'm forgetting my thought. He talked about it just went away.
So hey, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
That happens to me, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna start writing my stuff down as soon as I think about it. Like, all right, make a note for myself.
We'll have a little teleprompter or something.
Right.
The weight.
Yeah.
Now, the weight was the big question because he is going up two divisions. People who don't box wouldn't understand that weight really doesn't play the biggest part. There's weight classes for a reason, but like I said, I've seen you spar guys 190, 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And but the only thing is Canelo's been comfortable at that weight for a while. Like I said, he's 11-0 at 68. He hasn't lost, and he's fought multiple styles at 68. So, I mean, it's an uphill battle for Bud, but I mean, if anything, we know what we're gonna get from Canelo. I wonder. I think Bud got some more tricks in his bag, man.
Yeah,
we might see something we never saw from him, and he might leave us like, damn, he's one of the GOATs, right? Because if he goes in there and if he Earl Spencer's him, which I can't see it, but it's boxing, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Speaking about styles, what do you think about Crawford prioritizing southpaw, and where has Canelo had trouble with southpaws, or who has he fought more recently that's a southpaw? I don't remember him fighting too many people recently.
Well, he had trouble with Lara, but I don't think it was for the southpaw style. I think it was just that Cuban elusive. He was moving a lot, So I don't think it was too much the left-handed. Him being left-handed gave him a problem. I think it was just the movement. It was just Lara stays on his bike the whole fight, So it takes somebody who moves. Now, he said. Now I heard Canelo say he boxed Boots a good number of rounds. Now he had sparred his older brother. They have like a little connection in his family and Canelo's camp. So he has an older brother named Pooh Ennis, who helped Canelo get ready for I think he said the Mosley fight. So they kind of knew each other. But he said that during the sparring, now they showed, they don't really. I know a rule in boxing is a lot of people don't tape sparring, especially at those high levels, those real high levels. You kind of keep sparring. But they showed a few little clips of him and Boots sparring. He said Boots was switching a lot. So, the other guy in camp actually said Boots punches harder than Canelo. There's a third guy in the camp said Boots has more pop than Canelo does. He said, last name maybe Hernandez. Maybe not Hernandez. He's a Cuban guy. But I think Canelo is. It's pretty much hard for him to see something new. He's been doing it for so long.
Right.
But Terrence is a 1-on-1. He ain't never seen this, and we never seen the blueprint for him to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what type of fighter can beat Bud Crawford, because we never seen it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me that video of that sparring.
It's like, it shows more. It's probably like a 15-second clip where they just show a little bit. They show the feet, and then they show a little bit of them, posing, and then it's not a big clip, but it's not a big clip at all. But Canelo.
But every second is like valuable in boxing.
Oh yeah.
Predictions.
Definitely, and so he just said that he switched up a lot, which again, you can't really prepare for Bud Crawford, other than get your rounds in and make sure you're in shape.
Make sure in shape, for sure.
Get your rounds in and make sure you're in shape, because he's kind of an anomaly in boxing.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've seen Bivol and we've seen Floyd, and really, you want to know something? Like, I remember watching Floyd and Canelo, and I didn't know how bad he whooped him. Come back So I
Watch it
came back
again.
and rewatched it again.
Yep.
That was clinical.
Yeah. Yep.
If
Hey.
Floyd's hands weren't bad, this is my last point. If Floyd's hands weren't on the way down,
Mm-hmm.
he might have stopped Canelo.
Right.
Seriously.
Remember the scorecards for that fight?
Oh, the draw?
Somebody had it a draw or Canelo
Yeah.
winning, and
No,
she.
the lady had it a draw.
Oh, a draw. Okay. Okay.
That's why it was a majority decision for Floyd. Because one
Okay.
of them had it like 114, 114.
Oh yeah.
Which,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
and like I remember watching the fight that night, man. I was somewhere out of my mind, but it didn't look that bad. I thought, okay. But then if you watch these highlights now, how they break stuff down, Floyd
Yeah.
was putting BTA to him, bro.
Surgical. Surgical.
Man.
Yeah. So one of the things that comes to mind also with this fight is the speed. Whose hand speed do you think is better?
Crawford. But I think Canelo has like sneaky speed.
Yeah.
Like he's not slow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's fast with his hands, but he's definitely not slow.
Yeah.
Definitely not slow. But I think Crawford
his
has
distance. Yeah, I see that for sure. I think his distance was off definitely in the Floyd fight. But also another thing that came to mind is that his feet aren't fast.
And they're flat.
But
from the waist up, that's what makes him different than the Mexican fighters. He's straight up and down still and flat-footed. But from the waist up, he has a lot of tricks in his. But you can tell he watched Floyd. If you watch his defense, you can tell he got some of that roll from Floyd, man, in the head movement.
Oh yeah, and there was a fight where his style changed to Floyd's style.
Yeah,
stopped fighting as aggressively during the top half of the fight.
Yeah,
saved it to the end. And
now that's another thing they say about him. He's a gasser. Same thing they used to say about De La Hoya down the stretch.
Yeah,
he does gas. Like if you look at him in his fights, looking at 12th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th. It can look. It actually shows on Canelo. In boxing, you're taught to try to mask a lot of things. Like you don't want. I remember one time, coach was like, "I can tell when you're tired. I can see you breathing." Like you got to learn how to kind of, disguise your times when you're, in distress. But you can look on Canelo's face sometimes in the late fights. You can tell he's tired, and you can see how he moves.
For sure.
But
I remember De La Hoya gassing out.
Yeah, oh yeah, De La Hoya down the stretch was known to gas.
Oh yeah.
But Canelo, he's done it so much. His instinct kicks in.
Yeah.
I know one thing. I don't think Bud Crawford's gonna gas out.
I don't think so either.
I've never seen Bud Crawford look tired.
Yeah, I remember as I think back to Crawford's fights and the fights that kind of concern me is sometimes he'll open up to land a shot kind of wide, right? But I remember that being an issue with the Benavidez fight. But the Benavidez fight, he had hatred towards Benavidez.
Yeah,
he was trying to take him out with every punch.
Yeah,
and I know he's going to be a lot smarter tomorrow night. But
because Canelo has the timing. Canelo has that timing. He knows how to get that big shot in there.
Yeah,
he just waits. Canelo. Canelo can get on the front foot and he kind of can fight off the back foot, but he definitely has that good timing, man. Good time a shot. And Canelo doesn't get no credit for a good IQ. Canelo has a high fight IQ too. These are two guys who have high fight IQs that really don't get credit for them.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. But I think when Bud Crawford switches to southpaw, he puts his strong hand up front. When he caught who he catch with that? Like it wasn't even a hole. It was like a quick jab, and he knocked him senseless. But Kell Brook. Now Kell Brook was. I'm not gonna say Kell Brook was washed when they fight, but he wasn't the Kell Brook who fought Sean Porter all those times back. But that's what they say. It's a thinking man's game. We're gonna see who can outsmart who. Who's gonna use those brain cells. I mean. I don't have a prediction. I'm still trying to get
we got to get one out of you before the end of the night.
I'm gonna give you one because I'm now I say maybe something close and we get a rematch. I can see that. I could see something like maybe somebody wins a UD 115, 113, or a split decision, and they run it back. You know.
Oh yeah, or a split draw.
Yeah, or a split draw. You know.
Andrew Social said Canelo is heavy for 5'7" and always gonna gas. So I thought Canelo's like 5'8". I
Crawford is
think
taller than him.
he is.
Yeah, when Crawford is standing there, he looked like the bigger man. You know, he has a 4-inch reach advantage. So Crawford's like 75-inch reach. Canelo's a 70. So he got the reach advantage on him, you know. Yeah, but again, man, you know how they always say, it always looks different till you get in there. It looks different from the outside. You know, we'll never know really on fight night till fight night.
Yeah. Andrew Social also said Bud is heavier too now. So with the height, with the reach, and them being at the same weight, like one of the things I'm gonna predict is Crawford. I know he's always looking for smoke, even if it's like wrestling, he's playing around, whatever else.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something in the fight that kind of shuts up the critics about this weight thing. Because there's been such a black cloud over his head.
Like a good hip toss or something, or like push him into the corner.
Like, something there. He just kind of like
I'm sturdy. Now, what's the kid's name? Somebody else did an interview. Fernando Vargas Jr. So he sparred with Bud before Errol Spence. And he said at the time they sparred, he was 80. And he said one thing that stood out to him about sparring Bud Crawford was how strong he was. He couldn't move him around the ring. At the time, he was like, this was Fernando Vargas Jr. And I know he's not right. Yeah, but he was heavier than him at the time.
Right.
He said because he helped him get ready for Errol Spence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He said that's the one. He said that's what stuck out the most in his mind is that he was just sturdy.
Right.
Very, very sturdy.
Yep. Good balance. I mean, you get that when you are a ranked wrestler.
Yeah. I saw a video of him deadlift like 450.
I remember that.
Like in a street clothes.
Remember that. Yeah.
It was nothing.
What do you think about the interviews? What do you think about the interviews with his mom? His mom is cold.
Yeah. Probably like he said something in the interview. He was like, well, she told me I wasn't going. Hey man, that tough love gets you places, man. Yep. That's what's wrong with society now. We coddle these kids and we spoil them. That's what's wrong. That's why this generation is soft.
Yeah.
That tough love gets you places, man. They talk bad about Joe Jackson, but look what he produced.
Right.
Look at Floyd Mayweather Sr. Floyd will say all this stuff about him, but look at the results.
Right.
You always got time to make up for lost time. I'm sorry. I was a little tough on you. I was learning. Yada, yada. But the results, man. The results is what matters.
Right. For sure. What else? So the punch output was in question for Canelo. I don't know if there is a round. I've been seeing a few predictions, and I don't know the level of individuals that are doing the prediction. I saw one person said Canelo in 4. And I think
the liver shot away. I mean, if he could get that, if he hit him with a good liver shot, maybe, I don't see, he'd have to step on the gas to do that, right?
He would. He would. He absolutely would.
He had to floor it, right? He had to be driving that thing. I think he's smarter than that. He's never been he's not a, most of his fights will, they go rounds.
Yeah.
Because he could step on that gas and get clipped.
Yep.
Be like, this dude can crack.
Yep. I think ring generalship is going to play a big part in this fight. Yeah. Shane Crowley says Canelo has a problem cutting off the ring, which we saw that in his last fight against Skull. So
But Skull was. I think Skull was there for the payday, man.
He was.
He really didn't engage. He didn't.
But
He didn't do
but
nothing.
Canelo seemed to oblige. He seemed to.
I think Canelo just didn't want. He didn't want to get dry. He knew he didn't want to get too much out of shape. He knew he had this night coming. He wanted to at least stay kind of active.
Right.
But that guy didn't really come to fight, man.
Right.
But now, if that style would give him problems, like if the guy wanted to fight and could incorporate that style that he incorporated,
yep,
it would give, that's why, like I said, I hate to bring race in anything, but that black style, that off the back foot jab and style, it's not an easy style to deal with,
right?
But like I said, Canelo's not your typical Mexican either, man. Got a little wrinkle in his game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He got a little wrinkle in his game.
Yeah.
And what's left in the tank? And has he been partying? Canelo's a partier.
Yeah.
Canelo likes to party. I seen plenty of videos of him taking shots. After I'm talking about not just a couple. I mean, he 2 shades to the wind. He out there having a great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's a lot of mileage on that odometer. Fighting pro from like the age of 15.
Yeah.
You could be a Lambo, but you got 300,000 miles on you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna run the same. You ain't gonna run the same.
Right.
It's not gonna run the same.
For sure.
Bud has less wars, but Canelo don't have a bunch of wars neither. So
I
don't think either one of them are shop worn.
Yeah. It's just the output, man. I think it's the output. His legs, he gets comfortable at a particular distance, and if he has a chance to press you, he will. Mm-hmm. But if you move too much,
Yeah. But if Bud Crawford stays in his wheelhouse, there's a part of the fight that's good for Canelo. I think Crawford needs for him to start moving forward, he got to be able to make him feel something. He can't just come forward. He gotta make him know, you don't just walk in.
Right.
I don't think, but I think Crawford, like I said, we haven't even, I don't think no opponent has even bought that out in Crawford yet. I think this is the guy that's going to, bring it out in them, because even that Spence fight start getting ugly early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could tell who's a better fighter early in that Spence fight and Crawford fight.
Right.
I think
you still see me on the screen, right?
I see you.
Okay, perfect. I'm looking to get a graphic added to this stream as we continue. Shane Crowley says, if it's an inside 6, Canelo. If it's outside 6, Bud.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
But Canelo can win a decision too, I think too. I think they both can win decisions.
Yeah.
Man, I've been hearing a lot of Bud, like on ESPN, which these people don't know nothing about boxing. So really, like, don't go to ESPN for your boxing coverage, because they're football and basketball analysts forced to talk about boxing, unless it's Teddy Atlas, and he picked Crawford.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
He picked Crawford, and he's been picking Crawford. He's been saying he was going to take Crawford.
Okay. What was his breakdown?
He was crazy. He was talking to Stephen A. Smith. Teddy Atlas is a crazy guy. He was just saying how Crawford is in that space of the greats who just figure it out.
Yeah.
He's in that breath of the great fighters who just will adapt and will, whatever Canelo brings, he'll be ready. That's basically what he's saying. He's just saying he's special. He's a special fighter. And he has all the attributes.
What am I doing?
He punches equally good with each hand.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Punches good with the left and the right hand. So you can't be just waiting for a right hook or sitting on the right hand or sitting on the left hook, because he can touch you up with either side.
Right. I remember how electric.
I think if Canelo's successful to the body early, it's going to be in his advantage. If he can get to Bud's body and you know start touching him, that's gonna be to his advantage.
What was the game plan with the Cuban Canelo? Was he going to the body a lot in that fight?
That's how he kind of. I mean, people will say they thought Lara won. I haven't watched the fight enough. I mean, it could have went either way. A lot of people, again, they'll call something a robbery when it could have just went either way.
Oh yeah,
you gotta really know what a robbery is in boxing. You know.
Yeah.
It's not what a lot of people think it is.
Right.
Because it's a real untrained eye when people don't know what they're watching.
Right.
But he was moving so much, so he just started going to the body. I mean, Lara was just kind of and Lara was on his. He wasn't like stepping over and pivoting. He was shuffling. He wasn't like creating space. He was doing the Ali thing. He was going in circles, you know.
Yeah.
But Canelo was just touching him to the body. He would land like a left hand every now and again. He didn't hurt Canelo at all. He stayed around a little too long. He started getting touched up. He get right back out of there.
Yeah.
He stopped for about 3 seconds. Canelo hit him with some body shots. He started moving again.
Yeah.
But you know, the Hispanic fans will call that running. That's what if you don't stand there and just trade, you're running. To them, you know what I'm saying? Any type of pivot movement, just a half a step back, you're running.
Yeah, and they'll call it in real time. I've seen Canelo do that where he's like, somebody moves too much, he's like putting his hands up like, what are you doing?
He didn't make an engaging fight with me. And that's why Pitbull didn't want to fight. He said that's why he didn't fight Shakur. Because it wouldn't be entertaining to the people. But I think he knew he would just get outboxed.
Yeah.
And he's tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson.
Shane Crowley says, I'm seeing several people call Canelo in 4. What's your thoughts? And we just talked about that. I saw a prediction.
That's probably plus 2,000. If you can look on the betting website, that Canelo in 4, maybe not plus 2,000, but that's a long shot. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, that's like disregarding Bud for any of his skills in the ring.
Well, it's boxing. Anybody can get clipped, but I think
for sure.
they both go in there. They're not gonna jump in head first. They're gonna dip a toe in. You know what I'm saying? Right. Guys, you got to check the heat of that water before you jump up in there, man.
Yeah. I like this. I like this statement. Shane said, Mexican style is impressive, but confusing to me. It's like trying to justify standing in front of somebody with pointing a gun at you.
Yeah. They come forward, man.
Yep.
It's a lot more desire, heart, grit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they don't think either, because all fighters got to think, but it's more built on that grit and that desire.
It's gladiator style.
Yeah. Now, if you watch I went and watched Salvador Sanchez. I mean, he has some, like, even Canelo. They got some stuff with him, but most of it's, come on. Like, I think that's like their national sport. They want to see blood. They love it. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yep. I remember being impressed with Crawford switch hitting in the Kell Brook fight.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think Spence fought Brook first. Was that it? Oh no.
Yeah.
He did. And then Brooks was coming off the loss with Triple G
when he got the eye socket.
Yeah.
He got his orbital bone broke.
Yeah. But I remember being impressed. And that was before, and since then, he's been just coming out southpaw.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been doing fighting as a righty. So.
Well, I'll tell you this. As a southpaw, fighting a southpaw is tricky for a southpaw because there's just not a lot of them.
Yeah.
Sure. It's definitely tricky for a right-hander, but it's tricky for a southpaw too because southpaws are so used to seeing right-handers.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Shane says, "What's the worst thing that could happen for either fighter, other than the knockout? How do you think the other guy could potentially dominate?"
I think Canelo can dominate if Bud doesn't think. If he just thinks he can walk forward, and which I know he doesn't think that. I know he doesn't. He doesn't think. There's no way he could think that. Canelo could definitely dominate him if he just walks in there.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. What do you think about that level, that switch that Bud is able to turn on? Turned on in the Sean Porter fight. It turned on in the when he fought the Russian fighter, and it was controversial knockdown.
Yeah.
And he just went to the next level.
Man, that's.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that fight?
When he got knocked down, they didn't call it a knockdown, but
yeah,
it should have been a knockdown.
Yeah. Do you remember
I don't remember. I remember that clip. I don't necessarily remember that fight. But you know what? It was one of them rugged Eastern European same type of guys like Madrimov, kind of awkward and rugged.
Okay. I may have found him. I don't think I pronounced his name. Lithuanian?
Okay.
But this is who I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
Possibly. But to answer your question, Shane, I was even predicting a domination of not necessarily inside fighting, but just inside the clinch work, where everybody knows Crawford has that wrestling background, and it's going to be a play off of the weight difference, and he's going to, I think, shut down the naysayers that have had so much to say about the weight difference, where he could potentially dominate in those moments of the clinch, kind of like he did with Spence.
So he has the wrestling background, but one thing Teddy Atlas, no, who was it? Jim Lampley said he was Canelo's neighbor for years. They lived next to each other. And Canelo, he's been on them horses since a kid.
Yeah.
They say he's super strong in the lower body, man. Like, he just from riding horses, he's strong. They say he would ride horses for 2.5 hours, then go box for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the strength. I think if Bud can show that the strength is not a big advantage, I think he will take the opportunity, and that'll be a good thing. Just to show, like, man, you're not gonna push me around. I'm not really the smaller guy, because he don't look like the smaller guy. He looked cut up today, bro. And kind of like he almost looked like a football player.
Right. Yeah, and football, the game is faster too, so you got those smaller.
I said, man, when Bud got off that scale, I said,
yeah,
man.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he goes up to.
Like he been bench pressing.
Right. Shane says, "Do you guys have any?"
Don't have those pecs. You said what?
Yeah, Shane said, "Do you guys have any interest in the undercard fights?" So the undercard is, you mentioned Vargas Jr. Fernando is on the undercard against Callum Walsh. Feature bout.
It's probably like 10 undercards, though, ain't it? They got it's like a whole. I think it's like 10 undercards or something.
It could be, but it starts early. It starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Vegas time. Yeah.
Let me see if I'm gonna pull it up and see if because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't. And a lot of times when it comes to fights, I check for the undercard, but undercards haven't really been the same lately.
Yeah. But you never know. They could always have that sleeper, that sleeper match. That fighter that knows they're on a big card and they're showing up to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Only person I recognize on this undercard is Fernando Vargas Jr., Christian and Billy. Oh, and Billy. I think I saw his highlights. And Billy looks scary.
Okay.
And Billy. Is that right, Shane? And Billy highlights.
Hold up, Callum Walsh. I'll
Yeah,
be honest
Kellen
with
Walsh.
you. I don't really know too many of these names other than Fernando Vargas Jr. And he's not even the best brother. They say it's that baby,
Yeah,
Emilio.
yeah,
They say he's the one.
Emilio.
That's a boxing. I mean, them boys couldn't do nothing else but box.
Right.
Had no choice.
Right. All right. So, yeah, we shall see. We'll probably have better interest in the undercards on tomorrow when they start.
Yeah.
Shane said I'm 160 and I out wrestle big good old boys all day long. Wrestling strength is a real thing for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we always said Crawford has that balance.
Yes.
And that's where he can be dominant in this fight. That would be crazy though to see him move Canelo, because Canelo's like a bulldog.
Yeah.
He don't really move, like we said, he'll move his feet too much. Doesn't cut off the ring well, but yeah, Crawford taking over taking him in the ring and moving him around. That would be impressive.
That would be. And then roughing them up in the clinch.
Yep.
Like, hitting. Well, they say hitting and holding. That's illegal, but people do it. They do it.
Right. Right.
It's only what they say. It's only illegal if they catch you.
Right.
I'm a Bernard Hopkins fan, and man, he get the ref on that side, and he just be on this side, just kidney shots, low blows,
right,
everything.
Right.
But I think there's a respect there. There's a respect there between the two. I don't think there's no real hatred there, because at the final press conference, they shook hands.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it, but I know Crawford. I thought Crawford was chasing that emo out of Canelo to get that to make him fight with emotion.
Yeah.
When he came to the fight, but
they shook hands like, I think Crawford shook hands like, okay, thank you for letting me get this 40 M's.
Was it kind of like the same handshake with Spence?
No.
Okay.
That was more like they was talking trash still. This was more like a just respect from two greats.
Yeah.
That really don't dislike each other. And, the crowd knows when you're playing it. If you really don't like somebody, if you really don't like somebody, you should show it.
Right.
Because if you're faking, we know. We would know.
Yeah. Yeah. You saw the watch?
Huh?
You saw the watch that Crawford bought?
No, I didn't. What was it?
It was a watch, Rolex that he bought, and it had it engraved 42-0.
Hey, you speak it into existence. I
like it. I like it. I put it on my story, but it's makes for good.
Man. And even if you lose, does he really lose? You go
right, exactly, and that's what
direct deposit coming through 30 million. I mean, did you really lose?
Right,
you won in life. So
right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Sunday is.
I hope we get a good classic. Now, if we can get a good classic,
that was definitely different. Your thought process around a rematch.
Yeah.
What do you think will have to happen? Controversy, or just two skilled technicians making it a hard or a draw? Is a draw option in this fight?
A draw. I mean,
I'm not mad at draws like I used to.
I think maybe, but I think if Bud takes over, it's late. It's gonna be late if he does take over. I could just see high-speed chess. I really could just see two guys trying to figure each other out. Two guys at the top of their game, two all-time greats, and a treat for us. Just good boxing. Just good boxing. One round, Crawford wins a round. Canelo wins a round, then Canelo adjusts, or Crawford adjusts and wins a round,
Yeah.
we could get that. You know, because that last fight with him and Spence, after that first round, that thing started getting ugly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that thing's if I was Derek James, I would have told him, stay on the back foot, man. You cannot engage this man.
Man.
Just because he had a little bit of success in that first round, just jab, jab. But then he started trying to just come and fling that left hand, and he was timing that left hand, and man, he was cracking it. And that's how I know he could punch. Because I mean, I've seen Errol Spence hurt before. Yeah, I've seen Errol Spence hurt before. But everybody who fights, but Bud can crack, man. And I think Bud can probably carry that punch up with him.
Yeah, for sure. Chainz had a technical display with a lot of measuring and a few good exchanges on either side with good shots could lead to a desire for a rematch.
I agree. Yep. Definitely. I mean, if it's not a blowout, you know, if it ain't, so I don't really see how it could be a blowout. Like, if it goes to the cards. If it goes to the cards, I think we get, I mean, we might be waiting to see who's going to win. Like, when they announce it, like, okay, who y'all think it is? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know right now. I thought it was 50-50. And the reason I say it's 50-50 is just because they're both great.
Yeah.
They're both great. You know, who can enforce what they want to do? It's just a real chess match.
Right. Like I was saying earlier, my homeboy Tay, I was on live with him earlier. He said Canelo threw under 200 punches last fight. His stamina is always an issue. He relies on single punch power, not combinations. And his knockouts have dried out. He has also said that Crawford to win is his prediction, but hopefully he didn't lose too much speed and stamina gaining weight. So question of what weight would he come in at on fight night, which we talked about that. I think he would fare to come in right where he is.
Yeah. Probably like 170.
Yeah, maybe 170 is the just a couple pounds.
Yeah.
But like you said, when he was fighting at 140, he was coming 154.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what he was weighing when he was fighting at 147.
Probably walk around like 65, 70, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to go back to that Spence fight.
Look, when I seen him on that scale, though, I said, whoa. Like, yeah. Man. Like I said, he looked like a football player. Like, I'm like, like I said, he didn't look bad or nothing. 167.5 is what he weighed. He weighed 167.5.
Yeah.
Right at the limit.
Right.
Almost at the limit. I thought he was going to be like 164, 165, maybe like 162.
Oh, right.
You know how Floyd comes in. When Floyd fights at 154, he'll come in at like 52.
Oh, yeah.
51.5.
Like, yeah.
I remember
I saw that
when Bernard Hopkins beat Tito Trinidad, he was like 57. And it was for the middleweight title. He came in and we weighed in, he was 157 pounds.
Who was?
Bernard Hopkins, and when he beat
Trinidad. Okay. And the fight was for 160 max limit?
160. Yep.
Yeah, he had Tito's number.
You know, Hopkins was a runner, man. He ran like 10 miles a day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he stayed at 160 for so long. He should have went to 75. You know, he never fought at 68. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So who you got? Who you got, man?
For as far as like predictions, I'm okay with being wrong. And I find that, a lot of people don't want to be wrong, but this is boxing. It's for entertainment. I'm going for Crawford. I'm going for Crawford, and I believe Crawford will win. I see a decision. I've even heard, not a lot of people, but I've heard stoppage. Crawford is my guy. I put money on him. I didn't bet on the on the app, but I did bet a guy in my group class.
Yeah.
Nominal $20. Why not? Shane said going for Crawford by decision.
All right.
Let's hear it, G.
I've been painting this picture in my head of how Crawford's gonna win, and I still don't have it. But I think Crawford is good as advertised. I think he's as great as advertised.
Yep.
I think this is his moment, and I think he'll get him by decision.
Yep.
I think Crawford by decision. I see it. And if I've laid money, I'm definitely laying on the distance. I don't think nobody's stopped. I don't think anybody's getting stopped.
Yeah. I like the prediction from what's his name? Carmel
Morton.
And he just said, hard to say, but I predict that we will have a fight to remember.
Okay, yeah. He called out, speaking of Morton, a little bit off the subject, he called out Lamar Roach.
Oh, he did?
Slow down, young fella.
Yeah, right.
Time yet.
Right.
I understand, it's social media, and as a fighter, no fighter trained their whole life to be scared of nobody. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't put all them hours in the gym to be like, I don't want to fight him,
Right.
But in boxing, man, it's levels.
Yeah.
The young boy's not ready for Lamar yet. Lamar with Dustin right now.
Yeah.
Just on experience alone.
Yeah.
There's no other sport where experience matters than boxing, boxing.
Yeah, like boxing, correct.
Yeah, you could be faster, you could be bigger, you could hit harder, but somebody who's been doing it years longer than you is gonna whoop you over that ring.
Yeah. Shane said we either get stuck with the aging empire that is Canelo or the rising star that is Bud. So what do you think about that, Bud? How many more fights do you think Bud is looking to be in?
I think if he wins this fight, he'll hit that level of superstardom that he's craving for.
Yeah.
That he really should have already have attained. But again, Top Rank ain't know what they were doing. Or they just didn't want to do nothing. I don't know which one it is, but I know which one it is, but I ain't gonna say. I know better. I think Bud. I mean, now if you look out there on the landscape, if he's at 68, now he could probably go down comfortably. But I mean, you fight Canelo. I don't think he wants any more stay busy fights. I think it's only blockbusters from here on out. If he can't line up a blockbuster fight, I don't think he'd fight no more. I don't think he's gonna do no more like mandatories or, it's gotta be quality top tier.
Yeah.
And nobody else is gonna get him that payday.
No.
Unless he goes down in weight or to I think the only person that could deliver a payday like that for him that he's gonna get is either Jake Paul or Tank.
I think you're correct.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Let me see. What is everyone else saying? Back to the story. I sent the link out to a few people, so I should have got a graphic ready for this. It should have been Canelo versus Crawford and Mistletoe or some type of saying this is
I think we got some I think they're looking for moving on just to see what we got on the future horizons in boxing. I know they've officially made Cruz and Roach, but I'm hearing Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo.
I saw that.
That'll be a good fight.
Which I believe will be a glorified sparring match.
It could be because they both come out that stable, but they're both good, man. I remember Jermell Charlo. Before he fought Canelo, which makes me think more about this fight. But I mean, I think that's a good fight. I think that's a real good fight. Yeah. They're both kind of trying to get back involved. They kind of both kind of, they're trying to get back involved in the game.
Yeah. I wonder who Spence will have in his corner going against Derek in that fight. I know they had a misunderstanding with money, financials.
Oh, with
After
the
that,
financials?
yeah, after the
Spence fight.
Crawford fight.
Yeah, Crawford fight. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
because I want my 10%. It could also be a thing where they probably got into it over the money, but maybe a new fresh start, a new
yeah,
strategy. You
right.
know, sometimes I mean, you see it in boxing all the time. Somebody could be with somebody their whole career, and that first loss, they will jump ship, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the time.
It's crazy.
I'm talking about this person being with you since she was 8, 9 years old, and as soon as you take one
Right.
L, you just
Right. That's what I respect about Crawford. There was an interview where he was talking with a manager, and the manager was like a new to the team, and the manager was trying to
get Bo Mac out of there.
get Bomac, and Crawford's like, "No, you about to leave."
Yeah, I can dig it.
Kicked him out. So respect for the loyalty. Shane said, "No disrespect ever intended against Canelo. Bud just has a bunch of skills that I personally admire. I would like to see him win." Yeah. So Canelo has 2 losses and how many draws?
He has that draw with Triple G.
Yep.
I think 1 draw.
I think he has 2. I think he might have 2 draws, but I don't know who he has. The other guy he has had a draw with.
I'm on it.
Okay. Which could sound like he could easily have had 4 losses.
He does have 2 draws. Let me see who they're against. Hold on. One was against Gennady Golovkin.
Uh-huh.
He had a draw in his 5th professional fight against Jorge Juarez.
Jorge Juarez. Okay.
Yeah, George Juarez, but it was his 5th fight. It was It was Canelo's 5th fight. It was a 4-rounder.
My bad. I gotta plug my laptop up.
It's all good.
All right, good. But yeah, that's something to go back and watch because Bud doesn't have any draws, right?
Bud's undefeated, yeah. What up, Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he's 41-0. 31 KOs.
Mm. How many does Canelo have?
KOs?
Yep.
39.
It's a little more than half of his fights.
But now lately,
tapered off.
He stopped. No, he didn't stop Berlanga.
Nope. And it was a minute and 30 seconds, I believe, in that round where he had the ability to, but did not. Shane said, what mistakes does Bud make? What mistakes does Canelo make? I think a mistake that Bud makes that I talked about earlier was like in that Benavidez fight, he opens up.
Yeah, he definitely throws looping punches. He throws a lot of looping punches.
Yeah, looping punches. He can really guide that punch in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of deceptive. But I think he opened up more in the Benavidez fight because of the hate he had towards Benavidez.
Yeah.
But Canelo, what mistakes does Canelo have? We talked about it. Hands are faster than his feet.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much combination punching. Looking for that 1-2 shot to with his opponents, but
he gasses down the stretch too.
Gas down the stretch.
Man, when you get, when them championship rounds hit you, 10, 11, 12. See, you can see it on. The thing about Canelo is he can't disguise it neither.
Yeah.
His whole thing slows, everything slows down in them later rounds with Canelo.
Yeah.
You might even catch him with his mouth open. Like real breathing out his mouth.
Yep. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. But I think we get a good fight. You know how you get that feeling? No, not the feeling like when you're about to fight, but when you're about to watch a fight. When you get the little butterflies. I think, after one round, we'll see. And I think it's just gonna be we're all gonna just have to watch. We're gonna have to watch
Yep.
round by round.
Yep. Yep. Leading up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane says we gotta do a podcast together. Man, we do. Shane tells me he wakes up. What time did you say you wake up? 6 o'clock, 7 a.m. He does a podcast with a guy that I follow. He follows me over in the UK.
Okay.
So he has to wake up on that at that time to
catch a boxing podcast.
Yeah, it's a boxing podcast. Shane is a coach down. Yeah.
Oh, at Dime?
Not at Dime, but he's he is in the name is slipping me. He's in North Carolina.
Okay.
He'll remind me in a few.
The fight's at the T-Mobile Arena?
In Vegas?
The fight's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, fight's in Vegas.
I think it's at the T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, Shane's boxing coach in Sparta, North Carolina. Let's see. This is one of the first fights I'm willing to pay for what to watch in a long time. This is true. Yep.
I just hope Netflix doesn't crash like the night Tyson fought.
Right? Yeah, I remember that.
But I think that they got it this time.
Yeah, they figured out all the
I think they'll have it together.
All the IT.
But that's a great thing, to have it on, because normally, man, something like this would have cost us in that pay-per-view day era $100.
For sure.
Because I know Pacquiao Mayweather was $100.
Yeah, that made some bank.
99.
Yep. Yeah, you still have some people that are able to.
Oh yeah, of course. You're gonna have your people doing your thing, but that's why they're getting off all that. They're trying to get it to more like old school back in the '80s, where it's more network TV. And your man from over there in Dubai, the Sheik.
Yep.
He just throwing them dollars around. So.
Oh yeah.
He pretty much, And since he's been, we getting the fights we want. We've been getting good fights.
Yep.
We're getting good fights. So whatever he's doing, and I think pay-per-view, they're ban. I ain't saying they're banning pay-per-view, but it's just a new model.
Right.
More fan friendly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but so many outlets have come and gone, and this is another reason why me and G are doing this thing, putting our opinions out there on the net, just to serve boxing. Yep.
Boxing's glory days was HBO Championship Boxing, 24/7. Yep. Those were the glory days. And when boxing was Showtime and HBO were going back and forth when they were both.
Yeah.
And you would get Showtime shows, HBO shows, and you get the 24/7, which is really, they did that for Mayweather, but that's when boxing to me was at its peak. But it's getting back, boxing will survive anything.
Yeah. It shall. Man, Coach James sent me a clip of the trailer of that new movie, Christy Martin's story.
Oh, okay.
And the trailer is actually this could be an award-winning movie. I didn't really know the background too much of Christy Martin when it came to West Virginia, when it came to her husband and near-death experience she had with that. I was like, yo. But a lot of guys from Dime, myself included, were able to get a feature in that movie. November 4th last year, they showed it. I thought it was funny because Clarissa put out her movie
Okay.
at the top of this year. I think it was, but it was like she heard Christy was coming out with a movie and was like bogarted the situation. But the trailer was cool. I saw the trailer. I think yesterday, Coach sent it to me, and it was funny because I saw it was being debuted in Canada, and it will premiere here November the 7th. And I saw my face on the trailer, and I was like, "Oh,
hey, send it to me. I want to see it."
Will do. Let me see if I can find it. And I don't know if I can do a share screen on here. That would be dope to do a share screen. Let's see. Let's see. Studio. All right. Present. Slide PDF. Video file, image file, screen share. Okay. I found the screen share. Let me pull up Instagram first. Instagram. Christy Martin on IG. Let's do YouTube.
I'm from West Virginia.
What's that got to do with pink?
Nothing, sir. I'm just telling you about myself.
Yeah, pink was mine.
I bet most people go their entire lives and they don't even know what their thing is.
You the world champion right now. You think you
Was that you?
World turn.
Yeah.
But one day you're gonna wake up and realize
Yeah, cool trailer.
the world turn. The world turn.
At the press conference.
That's it. Yeah, that piece right there. So funny story. I can close this out, but I'll still send it so you can watch the rest of it because I think it really is going to be an impactful movie. But let's see, remove.
Her being out of West Virginia, she probably taught herself how to box. To be honest, I'm just saying. I lived in West Virginia. It's not a lot of boxing going on.
Yeah, a lot of backyard boxing, if anything.
Yeah, like
I'm living in West
the
Virginia.
biggest thing is the rough and rowdy.
Yeah,
They have this thing. It's like a tough man.
yeah,
That's about what you get.
yeah.
Now, I knew a guy who was an amateur boxer back in the 80s out of West Virginia, and he fought like 300 fights. But I mean, she probably did a lot of work on her own.
Yeah, she did for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing
against West Virginia. I love West Virginia.
Oh yeah,
It just ain't the biggest boxing town.
Yeah, it is the home. It is the home of that YouTube channel that has I forget. It's a viral channel and it talks. It has fighters come in and they fight in this cage.
Okay.
Yep. Shane said you guys are kind of on top of it before I was around, but who was really the best boxing promotion? That's a good question.
it seems like they've all kind of like. So Golden Boy is not really much of nothing no more.
Yeah.
I mean, Top Rank now. I don't agree with how Top Rank promoted Bud, but they had the most longevity. They've been around a long time.
Yeah.
But then you got to look at some of those European based outfits like Matchroom.
Yep.
And like Matchroom, Frank Warren, and all them.
Right.
I mean, if you look at what's his name? What's the guy's name? Bob Arum. I mean, he promoted Ali, and he's still promoting. He's like 90 years old.
Oh yeah.
Bob Arum been in the game a long time. I mean,
time is ticking.
But I think boxing promoters as a whole get a raw deal. Like, not everybody's Don King, right?
Yep.
Stealing money.
Right.
But I think, boxing has always had kind of a dark side. The mob used to be influenced a lot heavily in boxing. It's always kind of had like a little underworld side to it,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don King is 90, I want to say 93.
Yep. And still promoting fights. I think he just signed AB again.
Yeah, he got access to some kind of secret serum.
Yeah.
Don King, age. Let's see. 94. He just had a birthday.
and will stand up at a podium and tell you about the fighters.
Yep.
At 94.
Yep.
Well, most people ain't even got no oxygen left in them.
No, man, he's gonna live a long time.
Yeah. I mean, we might think he stole a couple $1 million for some fighters, but he made a lot of fighters money.
Yeah, but also he admitted it, right?
Yeah, he said that. He said, yeah, okay. But he said, okay, I took $2 million out your purse, but your purse was $114 million. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Don King had did some time for murder,
Mm-hmm.
When somebody will shoot you, you might act a little different.
Yeah. Right. I remember, I think Deontay Wilder said he stormed into his office, didn't he? Was it Deontay Wilder? Maybe not Deontay. It was maybe Tyson. Maybe it was Tyson.
Yeah, probably was Tyson.
Yeah. What do you think about that fight, Tyson and Mayweather?
Mayweather got to pay for them Bugattis, man. When you spend and I'm not saying Mayweather's broke.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mayweather's broke. I don't know what Mayweather's doing, but I know when you spend like that, you have to have a revolving door of income.
Yeah.
You got to have it coming in.
Yeah.
Some investments are slow. Most investments are slow. Yeah. Investments are meant to be long term, But I think Mike's gonna try to knock him out.
Yeah, I mean, but guess what?
Mike Tyson don't like him.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. But and that's because of the Ali, what he said about Ali and all this other stuff. And
but no the thing fighter. Go ahead, my fault.
I was gonna say the thing is he can't show up against Mayweather, not show up against Jake.
Yeah.
So that's going to be his metric. He can't outperform Mayweather. Mayweather's brand new to retirement, and then not have showed up for Jake in that fight.
Or they could have got together on a phone call. Floyd could have called Mike Tyson and said, "Look, man, we can both make about 100." Because that stuff happens,
It does.
Like, I'm sure that he got his number.
Yeah.
And he probably, was like, "Look, man, I need these Bugattis."
Yeah.
Hey, cause Floyd gonna spend that. He gonna spend that paper, man.
Right.
Well, Floyd earned the right to do that, man. Floyd dedicated. He said, "I dedicated my whole life to boxing." He said, "I dedicated my whole life to boxing." He said, "I just went out there like any other tax-paying American citizen. I didn't break no laws." Hey, I've never seen another boxer with my own eyes better than Floyd Mayweather. With these two eyes right here, I've never seen a boxer better than Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
And they always say, "Well, Floyd couldn't fight in the 80s, he couldn't fight against the four kings. Listen, them dudes ain't never seen nothing like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Now, you think you could beat up Floyd Mayweather, but how you going to beat somebody up and you can't hit him?
Yeah.
They see everything you throwing. He has a radar for punches. He's different, man.
Yeah. You heard that story with his friend Earl?
Was this the one where he was like they were selling drugs or something, and Floyd was like, "I'm not doing that." They were getting ready to go make some money. I don't know if that's the same story.
Not quite the version.
Okay.
I just saw the video clip like earlier this week, but it was Earl had an attractive wife. Earl and Mayweather were best friends, and he
yes, and the guy committed suicide.
Yeah, and killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 50 Cent commented on this guy. The guy that posted it, he probably had 500 followers.
Okay.
And 50 Cent posted on it and said, "True story."
Yeah, and they actually got the phone call out there. There's a phone call, you could hear it, where he's talking to the girl, and Floyd's on the phone. Yeah, I mean that's very tragic, you know what I'm saying? But number one, you know, I'm not going there over no female.
Yep.
And you know, Champ gonna get what he wants.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She did. I don't know. Maybe might have been in love with her. That's tragic, though. I mean, but people have done worse things than sleep with their friend's girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know Floyd personally, but I know I've never seen a better boxer. You know
Yeah, right. The technician. The technician.
I've never seen a better pugilist than Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yep. Yep. Shane said this earlier before we got into that topic about Mayweather, but he said if the price isn't your life, you are for sale. I sent this link out to Lee Campbell. I'm not sure if he's on the live or not, but if you are out there, Lee, leave a comment. Let us know you're tuned in.
But like you said, we on Canelo and Crawford Eve. It feels like Christmas, you know.
Oh, for sure. The boxing world.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks on fight day is that long Saturday waiting. You know what I'm saying? You all watch football in the daytime, then you know around 8 o'clock you might tune in, but then you still got 4 undercards.
Yeah, you don't care if you get nothing done as long as the fight.
On the East Coast, we'll be up at midnight.
Right. Yeah, we will be.
Yeah. Like, I remember going to a fight in Vegas years ago. I went to Calzaghe and Hopkins. Vegas lights up. You know, Vegas is dead right now, but Vegas lights up during them fight weeks, man.
Yeah, I can see it. How was that fight?
Hopkins dropped him in the first round, but then, man, Calzaghe, just too much pressure, too much volume.
Yeah.
Now, some people, it was a split D, so it was a split decision, and some people still to this day say they think Hopkins won. It's more what you think, you know. Well, they say, you know, the 4 criteria of boxing is clean punching first, then it's effective aggressiveness, ring journalship, and defense is last. And there's an order to that.
Okay,
people know that there's an order to that.
Yeah, but I thought it might have changed more recently to ring generalship. No, I like what you're saying, but I'm thinking the judging and the decision making has been pushed on to the priority of ring generalship. Yeah, I definitely thought that happened in the Beterbiev and the Bivol fight.
Yeah, some fighters, some judges, they score that pressure. Yeah. You know, some judges, which all judges I think should score that effective punching, but if you pressuring the guy and you're on the front foot and he's on the back foot, some judges will get, you know, that's why boxing is so you know, it's an anomaly. You don't know what you can't see the score, so you don't know what, you can't see who's up. Right. You know, you never know. You never know. Like tomorrow night, Canelo could be on the front foot jabbing, not really landing nothing, and Crawford could be countering, solid punches, but they're giving the rounds to Canelo because he's
Yeah.
walking forward.
Yeah, right.
And it's important to know who the judges are because you can always go back and look at a judge's history and how they judge fights.
Right. I've heard Steve Weisfeld is one of the judges.
Okay.
Yep. Other two judges are, let's see, 3 judges for Canelo Crawford fight.
And there's no sport where the home ring advantage is more important than boxing. The home cooking is now there's a home field advantage and home court advantage in other sports, but that's just because you'll have your crowd with you.
Yeah.
But at home, and if you're a home boxer, just don't get knocked out, right?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you fight at the crib, don't get knocked out.
Right.
Or dominated to where somebody can say, come on, how'd you give that to him? As long as it don't look dominant and it's kind of close, you're going to get the nod.
Yeah. You got Tim Chatham, Max DeLuca, and Steve Weisfeld.
Now, DeLuca, I've heard that name a bunch of times.
Yep.
And one thing about Canelo, I noticed he's very fluent in English now.
Oh yeah, I see him going after those. What did he say the other day? I saw him in a video talking to Boots' son, and he said mediocre, and I was like, okay, he's going for those.
You know who else can speak
words.
good English? Mexican fighter that can talk good English is Marquez.
Yeah, he can.
Juan Manuel Marquez, but you almost need to do that.
Yeah,
I think Canelo, that's going to help Canelo make a lot more money.
Yeah,
and you could probably get some commercials. I was noticing his English got real good.
Yeah. All right, cool. We are an hour and 22 minutes in. That was a good live.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think we went longer than we.
Are we still on live? We still live?
Yeah, we're still recording. Yep. So
we gonna live stream the fight.
Yeah, Netflix might send us a cease and desist. But it might be something. I think
it's not like we're not really more streaming it so people can watch it. We're more streaming it to get content on it. But they don't play that. You right?
Yeah, they don't. But
and look, and they know exactly who's doing it too.
Yeah, they do. We in this AI age.
Yeah,
it don't take much. But I can't remember. I think the Lamont Roach and the Gervonta fight, I accidentally live streamed it from on Instagram, and people sent me gifts. I got gifts of dollars in my Cash App, and it was hard for me to turn it off at that point. So I don't want to get stuck doing the same thing and expected to air it again. So
so ChatGPT just told me Canelo by unanimous decision, 116-112.
Interesting. 116-112.
Possible late knockdowns by Canelo, or at least moments where he lands big that makes some rounds wide in his favor.
Wow. Okay. AI has entered the chat.
They say, or it's like something like 117-11. Now, 16-12 and 17-11, that's a pretty close fight, which you know who the winner is. Like somebody has, it's like a good fight, but somebody has,
stole rounds.
Yeah, we know who won that.
Yep.
I would think like 15-13. I think it could be competitive.
Yeah.
It could be competitive, man. All right, ChatGPT.
Yeah, interesting. Shane said you can comment on it, just don't show it. So that's something. And there are people that do tune in to just to hear the play-by-play, even if they can't watch it. I think even when I streamed the last one, some guys, it was really funny. So one guy was at work and he couldn't watch it. I went to Crunch Fitness the very next day and I had my chest pad, and it had Sacred Boxing on it, and I put it down. He looked at me like, "You're Sacred Boxing?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I was the guy on the live that was at work thanking you for streaming it." I was like, "This is a crazy that's
moment.
crazy." Yeah.
Saved his night. Didn't even know it.
Yeah, we didn't know where each other were in the world, and we're in the same city.
But look, if we're gonna do that, man, I'll be set up. I'm gonna be set up. I'm gonna probably watch a few of those undercards.
Yeah.
I'll be set up, ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow.
We can definitely do that. So I'll shoot you a link, and we'll plan it out, and go from there. But for now, we are out. Thanks for tuning in with us. Hour and a half of the stream, and more to come tomorrow and the next day. We got to do a follow-up. So
how to do a follow-up.
Yep.
All right, boss.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.
Yep.